Song 160 is a very old supernatural ballad that I've been saving for Halloween, and here we are at last. And it is the Ballad of Tamlin. I learned this particular version from Frankie Armstrong, and I like to think of this as a play in 3 acts. Lady Margaret is sewing at her seed, and she's all dressed in black. When a thought come to her head, she'd run into the woods. Fetch flowers to flower her hat, me boys, fetch flowers to flower her hat. So she's hoisted up her petticoats a bit above the knee, and so nimbly she's run o'er the plain. And when she's come to the merry green woods, she's pulled them branches down, down. She's pulled them branches down. And suddenly she spied a fine young man stood underneath a tree, saying, "How dare you pull them branches down without the leave of me, lady, without the leave of me?" She says, "This little wood, it is me very own, me father giveth me, and I can pull these branches down without the leave of thee, young man, without the leave of thee." He's taken her by the lily white hand and by the grass green sleeve, and he's laid her down at the foot of a bush, and he's never once asked her leave, me boys. No, he's never once asked her leave. And when it was done, she's turned herself about to ask her true love's name, but she's nothing seen and nothing heard, and all the woods grew dim, dim, and all the woods grew dim. There's 24 ladies all in the court, grown red as any rose, except for Lady Margaret, and green as glass she goes, me boys, yes, green as glass she goes. And up and spoke the first serving maid, she's lifted her head and smiled. "I think me lady's loved too long, and now she goes with child, child, and now she goes with child." And up and spoke the second serving maid, "Oh, ever and alas," said she, "I think I know a herb in the merry green woods that'll twine the babe from thee, lady, that'll twine the babe from thee." Lady Margaret's taken up her silver comb, made haste to comb her hair, and she's away to the merry green woods as fast as she can tear, me boys, as fast as she can tear. She hadn't plucked a herb from the merry green wood, a herb but barely one, when by her stood young Tamlin, saying, "Margaret, leave it alone, me love, oh, Margaret, leave it alone. Oh, how can you pull that bitter little herb, that herb that grows so grey, to take away that sweet babe's life that we got in our play, that we got in our play? Oh, tell me the truth, young Tamlin," she says, "if an earthly man ye be. I'll tell you no lies, Lady Margaret," he said, "I was christened the same as thee, my dear, I was christened the same as thee. But as I rode out one cold and bitter day, from off my horse I fell. The Queen of Elfland she took me in yonder green hills to dwell, dwell, in yonder green hills to dwell. But this night it is the Halloween, when the elfin court do ride, and if you would your true love win. To the old mill bridge you must bide, bide, to the old mill bridge you must bide. And first will come the black horse, and then will come the brown, and then race by the white. But you'll hold me fast and fear me not, and I will not you affright, my love, I will not you affright. And then they will change me all in your arms into many a beast so wild. But you'll hold me fast and fear me not, I'm the father of your child, you know I'm the father of your child. So Margaret's taken up her silver comb, made haste to comb her hair, and she's away to the old mill bridge as fast as she can tear, me boys, as fast as she can tear. And at the dead hour of the night she heard the harness ring, and oh, me boys, it chilled her heart more than any mortal thing, more than any mortal thing. And first did come the black horse, and then came by the brown, and then raced by the white. And she held it fast and feared it not, and it did not her affright, me boys, oh, it did not her affright. The thunder rolled across the sky, and the stars they blazed like day, and the Queen of Elfland gave a thrilling cry, young Tamlin's away, away, oh, young Tamlin's away. And then they have changed him all in her arms into a loathsome snake, but she held it fast and feared it not, it was one of God's own make, she knew it was one of God's own make. And then they have changed him all in her arms to a lion that roared so wild, but she held it fast and feared it not, it was the father of her child, she knew it was the father of her child. And then they have changed him all in her arms to a red-hot bar of iron, but she held it fast and feared it not, and it did to her no harm, me boys, no, it did to her no harm. And at last they have changed him all in her arms into a naked man, and she's flung her mantle over him, crying, me love, I've won, oh, crying, me love, I've won. And out and spoke the Queen of Elfinland from the bush wherein she stood, I should have torn out your eyes, Tamlin, and put into eyes of wood, and put into eyes of wood.